And the rating on that one? The rating on that one was?
Good. Solid.
Well, I didn't mean that rating.
I'd like to see it again.
That was funny. We stood last time. It wasn't a big deal.
About a act of love.
I was thinking it was going to be windy.
I know.
I was getting
You
nervous.
never know, man.
I don't know, it's gonna drop.
Last week I did not envy you, my friend. I did not envy you. We had that window
Good
open.
evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Kilpatrick Stadium at the Lovett School for the quarterfinal round of the 2012 GHSA AA Football Playoffs. Tonight, on the Conley Oakley Field by the riverbank, Coach Mike Buschamp's Region 6 champion Lions host the visiting Trojans from Lamar County High School, region champions from Region 4.
Yeah, you're cool with the open?
708.
Yeah. I got the opening.
Yeah. You're good with that?
Then I got the rosters. Then I got one. Who's this? I got Lovett's that I did. It was sort of had the first name and the. Which one is that one? That's Lovett. Yep, the same one.
I think this is TEJ.
Is it J?
Let me double check it on the roster. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think.
Some guys had them now. I was like, I'd rather say their last name than their first.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a J.
It's a J? When you get a chance, go ahead. That's it? You need to take? No. When you get a chance, I want to ask you a question. Oh, okay. No, go ahead.
We're good. Shoot.
Your starting lineups for tonight. First on offense, the Trojans. Along the line, number 50, Bo Dunn. Number 52, Jason Caslin. Number 64, Grant Turner. Number 73, Chris Elliott. And number 78, James Bannister.
I'm skip. Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Also starting, number 1, Jeremy Fletcher.
Did you go last night? No, it was just,
Number 5, Lawrence
I was
Austin.
supposed to. I ended up staying home. My son was sick. So I sat at
Number
home,
6,
got
Quay
every instant
Searcy.
replay I possibly could.
Yeah, I know. I tell you, Thursday night.
Number
is,
14,
I love
Lance
watching the last
Austin.
play in bed, and then I go.
Number 15, Darius
I gotta
Gotel.
work tonight.
Let's go that last touchdown.
And number 24, Ray Lyons.
Boom, get up out of there.
We beat the coaches, man.
The defensive starters tonight for the Lions. Along the defensive line at left end, senior number 77, Will Ewing. At the nose position, junior number 44, Alex Port.
We're on for 3 to 6, so
And at right end, senior number 66, Wesley Anthony.
So yeah, the only one I didn't
At
have like
linebacker
this
tonight for Lovett were
was,
seniors number 23, Nick Bowden.
So
This guy supposedly just said he's
Number 1, Spencer Lee.
77. All right.
Number 15, Brant Wells. Number 55, John Coletti.
I didn't even write them down either.
And junior number
Don't even worry about it.
56,
Again,
Charlie
don't-
I
Ingram.
like them. You know,
Yeah, no, that's fine.
a lot of times when
Starters
they
in the
doing something,
secondary tonight for the Lions are
Really
cornerbacks. Number 18, senior Wynn Martin.
but I'm gonna let you mainly hit a lot of that. You know that. You know how I
Number
do it.
10, junior Grant Haley. And number 25, junior Tyler Shiflett.
He tried. He
Your officials
lied.
this evening,
He did
Ralph
have.
Green Jr.,
He did have that
Irvin
interview.
Seabrook, William Smith,
Yeah, I know
Charles
he did for
Jarvis,
sure.
Kirk Walker, Tony
I know.
Elmore,
I'm thinking he was just one of many that they probably going to ask.
Daniel Maxon.
You know, he was just
Before we
happened to
begin
be
tonight's
first on
contest,
that list.
GHSA and Lovett would like to
Yeah.
remind everyone interscholastic athletics
But
are an integral
he's
part
he's
of the
one of those
education
guys that would give
system.
Louisville a shot. Now that they went to the
Athletics
ACC,
help
he'll give them a
participants
first right of
enhance the
refusal, use it as a bargaining chip.
promote civility in society. Therefore, student athletes, coaches, spectators, and all others associated with high school athletics are encouraged to adhere to the values of respect, fairness, honesty, and responsibility.
I'm gonna have mine
These
out the way,
values should
so.
be established as a priority among all GHSA member schools.
All right, what time y'all want to start? 5 minutes.
How much time we got?
So what we did last time.
We need it? Give it to him. Give it to him and then we'll get shot. That's what he warned us. Just so we know, because we're at 12. 5 minutes, 3 minutes?
We'll do 5 minutes. I'll send it to a quick break, and we'll come back soon.
Okay, got that? Cool. All right.
See if I can see okay. Can you see okay?
Right now, it's not great. That's what I'm trying to
You
figure
might
out.
have to sometimes pull it up.
There's like a glare on it.
Getting a glare on it.
Okay, can I seal this one?
Yeah, go ahead, baby.
Do I have on your little notebook? Do you have a scrap, just a little piece of paper, tiny piece?
Yeah, I got some.
Or Justin?
Yeah, sure. I'll give you the.
Oh yeah, the old one.
The old one? It'll get out of my way, and I won't do the wrong one.
I like it.
I'll put that here.
Extract highlights.
Is that, I had a question on that, man. You can actually answer it.
Possibly.
No, you can't. I have confidence. Like after the game, I would go home within like an hour and a half. It was online. Highlights are in. So is that you guys, whoever's producing it, that's
Whoever's producing it, writing it down, giving them timestamps, and then we email the highlight guys the spreadsheet, and they can
Okay.
really
I didn't realize that. No, that's quick. That was great.
I wish we could just have this
Yeah.
going the whole time.
Well, why don't we keep it for them? We can use it the
This is all what you gave me. I just printed it off.
Is there a way? Let me ask you this, because I was watching last time. Can we go black before we're going to come up? So then once we come up, we start. Whereas if somebody wants to watch it, they don't know when we come up. It's not a big deal, but you know what I'm saying? Like when we're about to talk, he's black. Then he comes up, then we go. So it shows the listener, whoever watches it on tape later on, boom, now they're on, versus let's scroll and wait for audio and backtrack. If you know what I mean? Yeah, that's fine. So you can stay up.
Talk with him, I guess.
Stay up, do your thing, and I guess if we're gonna go say.
Does this work? Does that cut it off?
Yes.
So it goes black.
So there's a little bit of a delay, but yes, just know that there's going to be like a before, now it's blue.
So is that gonna mess it up if it goes blue? Like it looks like it's popping?
We just be blue.
Okay. All right, so I'll do that.
Let's do this. We're gonna do the open starting when that clock says 5 minutes.
All right.
So how about? So I'm saying when there's 5:30, he goes black.
Yeah.
He comes up at 5. You guys tell us go, and we just go.
Okay, when does
Does
that
that
work?
work?
But I mean, we start streaming like at 5:30.
I would say, like start streaming now.
Oh, I
Let him-
started streaming a while ago.
Right.
I'm going to go on air while he's blue and black.
Does that make sense? I mean, I don't know the ins and the outs, so you guys tell me. I'm just saying, so
You're streaming already.
Yeah.
So somebody knows if they're streaming when the video actually starts. We're able to
I mean, we're not
trim,
on air. We're
we're able to trim the video to when it actually starts after the fact.
oh, okay. Okay. Then maybe that's the answer.
Yeah.
Then maybe we'll do it as is. But you know what I was getting at.
Yeah. So somebody scrolling around, they don't have to watch 5 minutes. Oh yeah, we put a trim thing in so people don't have to watch 10 minutes of.
And whoever's editing it, they're smart to say, put it off here.
That makes sense. Otherwise, I would.
Okay. Do we want a mic check at all, Jay Will?
Yeah, we go ahead and do that now.
All right.
You want to test this since you're better adjusting?
Test, test. You guys hear me? The Lions come in brimming with confidence, having shut out both Coosa and Manchester by a combined score of 50-0 so far in the playoffs. Our head coach, Mike Muschamp. You may recognize the name, brother of Florida Gator headman Will Muschamp. The coach picked up win number 100 in the regular season finale, hasn't looked back since. Lovett, one of the smarter teams around, leading to complex schemes, leading to a bunch of Rothbergs running around a football field. Preferably Robert. We don't like Mark. On the offensive side of the ball, sophomore Willie Candler, a dual threat. Sound good?
Just go ahead and just turn you off. You know that, right?
Yeah, but I speak the truth, so it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Robert signs the checks, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so there you go.
Or David.
Or David, yeah.
Robert's actually on sabbatical right now.
Yeah, I didn't see him the other day. What's he doing?
He had a pulmonary embolism.
Ooh.
What, 2 months ago? So
Ooh.
Blood clots in his lungs. He's all right.
2 months ago, but he's been in since 2 months.
He came back, and he came back too early, and it messed him up. So he's
Ooh.
like, on leave. But he works from home just a little bit.
Well, tell him I say hi. Holy cow.
Tiny bit high.
You want a quick level? Quick level? Hey, keep the mic a little closer to your mouth. Yeah, a little more. I noticed last time you were a little lower than me.
Mic check, mic check. Mic check. I want to turn it up on my end just a little bit.
You want to turn it up?
Yeah, just a little bit. Mic check, mic check, mic check. Mic check. Mic check. Justin, you said it. It's run, run, and more run. Can you hear me, Justin?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah, good. Mark's just trying to get you.
These Trojans, as they use that wing T offense. This is a running team, but we might see about 3 to 5 passes. But for the most part, this is all about toting the rock for the Trojans. Look out for the Austin brothers, Lawrence and Lance. Number 14, Lance, is the quarterback who's passed for all.
All right.
You got it?
So we'll do this. We'll do it beginning with 5. We get to go? Okay, we'll do it. Then we'll dip.
Who's one? You need to see who's who because you're.
Mic check.
Justin's a little louder.
Ray's one.
Mic check, mic check.
Ray's one.
Yeah, I'm one. Mic check, mic check. Mic 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. 1, 2, good. Yep.
All right. Are we ready? Are we?
All right, you ready to go on?
Yeah, I'm ready.
We didn't do the go black.
That's
Don't worry about it. All right, so go ahead. Go in there and give it a sec. 2 seconds.
A berth in the semifinals is on the line. Hello and welcome to Lovett High School, where on the riverbank, the Lovett Lions play host to the Lamar County Trojans in this Class 2A quarterfinal. With former Atlanta Falcon legend Ray Buchanan, I'm Justin Hanover. And Ray, the Trojans a perfect 11-0 on the season. They come in with that vaunted rushing attack. Today, though, they face a Lovett squad, which is yet to allow a point in the postseason. What gives?
Justin, you said it. It's run, run, and more run for these Trojans as they use that wing T offense. This is an argument.
Please watch over the players, officials, fans, and coaches during the game. And please keep everyone safe. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. I need to turn mine up a little bit. Mic check. There we go.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
a berth in the semifinals is on the line. Hello and welcome to Lovett High School, where on the riverbank, the Lovett Lions play host to the Lamar County Trojans in this Class 2A quarterfinal. With former Atlanta Falcon legend Ray Buchanan, I am Justin Hanover. And Ray, the Trojans a perfect 11-0 on the season. They come in with that vaunted rushing attack. Today, though, they face a Lovett squad, which is yet to allow a point in the postseason. What gives?
Justin, you said it. It's run, run, and more run with these Trojans as they use that wing T offense. This is a running team, but for the most part, you might see about 3 to 5 passes. You know, it's all about toting the rock for the Trojans. Look out for Austin brothers, both of them, Lawrence and Lance. Number 14, Lance, is the quarterback who has passed for almost 500 yards and rushed for 500 yards. Lawrence is the star running back who has rumbled for over 1,000 yards and 13 touchdowns on the season. They both will play defense on both sides of the ball. They combine 96 tackles and will play a huge part as the whether it can be past the Lions, get past the Lions.
And those Lions, Ray, come in brimming with confidence. Remember, they shut out both Coosa and Manchester by a combined score of 50-0 so far in the playoffs. Their head coach, Mike Muschamp, you may recognize the name, brother of Florida Gator headman Will Muschamp. The coach picked up win number 100 in the regular season finale and hasn't looked back since. Defensively, senior John Coletti and his team best 9 tackles for loss will lead the way for that 3rd consecutive shutout. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with kickoff right here on the GHSA Network.
one match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot at this.
One match away.
I mean, we didn't really do the open. It depends on would you want to maybe do it at halftime? I mean, I didn't really do it. I just did the first paragraph basically and said maybe like that. Should we just record it at halftime for the next version?
Yeah.
You want to do that?
That's something you're gonna have. I mean, they're running out. As soon as they do this, they'll run out. And there's only gonna be how much longer do you need?
The whole thing's about 3 minutes. I mean, we're fine for now. I'm just saying for the version which you actually put online, that was not really the quality product.
If we can, they can do it. They can do it at halftime, and you can just
tape it and slice it in.
We'll be able to slice it in.
Ah, we're gonna make you work now. Yeah. See,
Make Maggie work.
I'd rather, because I fumbled this down here too.
No, you did fine.
Oh man, you know I'm a.
Your team captains this evening for Lamar County: number 1, Jeremy Fletcher; number 10, Trey Evans; number 59, Kyle Selsor; and number 64, Grant Turner. Team captain for the Lovett Lions: number 1, Spencer Lee; number 2, John Jameson; number 15, Grant Wells; and number 55, John Coletti. The Lovett Lions won the pregame toss and deferred.
Energy for the Georgia High School Football Playoffs brought to you by Georgia's Peanut Farmers. And welcome back into Lovett High School. We are about underway once again with Ray Buchanan. I am Justin Hanover, and it is the quarterfinals in Class 2. The Lamar County Trojans, they'll be in white, facing the Lovett Lions in blue. Lamar County, as Ray, you said, they're going to run that wing tee. Lovett, meanwhile, they'll throw, they'll run, they'll do a little bit of everything. Grant Haley, the junior, watch out for him, number 10. Also, the quarterback, Willie Candler, an athletic sophomore, number 7. But Lovett kicking off to begin and Lamar County will receive initially. So we are about underway here on the riverbank on a beautiful night.
Kicking off for the Lions,
Number 19, Brendan McGowan on the kickoff.
Number 4, Antoine Wallace. And number 15, Cedarius Gotel.
Antoine Wallace, Cedarius Gotel back deep. And the Elite Eight underway with a little chip shot. And that is fair caught at the 33-yard line. You see number 17 there in Jamarcus Walker, this senior, with the fair catch. So, Ray, what are we going to see initially here? A lot of running. What exactly is the wing T offense?
Wing T, it's almost like what you see with Georgia Tech, except that you don't see a lot of quarterback running down the sideline as much. The wing T option, you got one running back sitting on the edge of one side, maybe on the left near the tight end position, and then you also have another running back that would be set on the right side, and then you also have a fullback or R-back. Sometimes they call them that one back in the middle. So you see a lot of different variations of the wing T, 3 backs, as you can see right here in the backfield. But it's very confusing. You got to be real disciplined on defense.
Stay disciplined, your favorite word. There's the first play of the game, a handoff over left tackle. Good job stringing him out, about a 4-yard gain. You see number 14, Lance Austin, the junior, is the quarterback. One of the catalysts in that backfield, Lawrence Austin, is another running back. Cedarius Gotel with that run. We'll also have Jeremy Fletcher, Quay Searcy, and Ray Lyons. The big boys, Grant Turner, number 64, Bo Dunn will get a lot of run. There's number 50, Jason Caslin. James Bannister, number 78, he's your center. And the sophomore, Chris Elliott. So a talented offensive line here, Lamar County in white. One play in the books. And there is the handoff running all the way across. And that is a good job once again by the Lions. That'll set up a 3rd and short.
As you can see, they spread it out a little bit right there. Of course, you're going to see the wing T variations, but there's going to be some times where you actually see Lamar spread it out 4 wide or actually put the running backs out wide, and that was sort of called like a jet screen right there that he actually just handed the ball off and just ran right around the corner.
So they'll also, though, have a Georgia Tech type dive play where on a situation like this, a 3rd and 1, and you need to pick up a yard or two, you could see sort of that handoff going up the middle.
Yeah, sometimes they want to get these guys while they're on the move, on the run, let them pick up that momentum and their speed, just get them around the edge. That's what Lamar needs to do. They got a lot of speed on this offense.
So 3rd and 1, you see Antoine Wallace going in motion, the handoff, and that is the first down of the game. Lawrence Austin, a team-high 13 touchdowns on the season, 95 carries, eclipsed that 1,000-yard mark with 1,084, and he's averaging, Ray, this is unbelievable, 11-plus yards per carry.
Well, that's because they give you so many different variations. You really don't know who's going to actually have the rock, but a lot of times when he's touching it, of course, he's busting it through because the lanes are there. The offensive line do a real good job of creating the holes and allow him to get the yards that he needs. But, watch for Lovett on this, on the defensive side of the ball, making a lot of tackles. Linebackers, safety's going to have to play up. It's going to be a lot of guys. This is one of those games where the defensive guys have like 15 to 16 tackles.
And the one back set, you see Jeremy Fletcher, the senior, and he'll pick up about 4 yards. Defensively for Lovett, we'll have the linebackers, Nick Bowden, Will Ewing, Samada Zhao, Wesley Anthony, and Spencer Lee. Also the linebackers, look out for number 55, John Coletti. He is a beast, 75.5 tackles, 8 of them for losses. Nathan Ofute, Corey Erdos, and the corners, Grant Haley, talented, goes both ways, a superstar running back. He'll be at a corner position. Tyler Shiflett and Win Martin. Martin also moonlights as a punter. So directly at midfield, 9:20 to go in the first quarter. Lamar County methodically driving it. Good job by the offensive line there. And close to another first down. Possibly a measurement. He may be a couple of inches short. So a good opening drive by the Trojans. The number 1 seed from Region 4. A speed-based team, Ray, as you said. Run heavy. They only had 3 pass attempts in their first playoff game. They averaged between about 3 and 5. And they're based out of that speed, the misdirection, the speed, and here another 3rd and 1.
Yeah, Lance Austin kept the rock on that one. You'll see a lot of times where he's actually holding on to the ball, but this is what they're going to do, create a lot of confusion, never know who's going to actually have the ball, and then boom, watch out, here comes a little pass, pass play that can actually catch the defense off guard.
Gotel in motion, does not get it. Instead, we see another 6 or 7 yard run. A good early drive here for the Trojans. 3.5 minutes melted off that clock. You see the boys in white. They started on the 34, getting 4, 5, 6 yards a pop. That was Lance Austin there, the quarterback. 580 yards on the ground this year, 7 yards per carry. Throwing it 27 of 54. That's a lot of games, only 54 passes, almost 500 yards. He's thrown for 5 touchdowns and 4 interceptions. So things working well early here for the visitors from Lamar County. Remember, they won that last game over Benedictine by the 47-yard game-winning field goal as time ran out. There's the quick little pass, the first one of the game. Good job defensively by Lovett, and that's going to be close to that first down marker.
That was a good tackle right there by Spencer Lee. You know, you gotta play some pretty good defense. A lot of as you see right there is a screen pass, and you know, the defensive guy actually, Spencer Lee, came up and made a great tackle. But you're gonna see a lot of Lance Austin, you know, today, and even when he's running the rock, he's going to see a lot of Coletti on the opposite side.
No doubt.
This is going to be a good one.
And there is an inside handoff, but he bounces it out to the right side. It is Lawrence Austin, and another 4 or 5 yard gain. So they're picking up some yardage. No 30, 40-yard plays yet, but they're driving down the field. 5 minutes burned. Spencer Lee, by the way, one of the Lovett captains you mentioned. John Jameson as well.
I like that play right there. You're going to be announcing today, and it's going to be a lot of Austin to Austin.
Yes.
Today, so
that's what it is. That's what they run. And also, it's a time of possession team, and we see it early on, just like you mentioned Georgia Tech. Eat up this clock. Keep the defense on the field. Here's the little reverse handoff. Antoine Wallace going over the left side, has a blocker. 15, 10, 5. Antoine Wallace is in for the score.
Yeah, you see him right there. A couple missed tackles. That's all it takes. And once, you know, of course, Antoine Wallace made a couple great moves, couple cuts here and there, actually juked out Coletti for the last little missed tackle for him. And that's what's going to happen. If Lovett's going to actually stay in this game, they're going to really have to make those tackles because there's a lot of speed on this Lamar team, and once they're gone, man.
And that was a good little wrinkle. They've been running these plays, nothing too crazy, and then all of a sudden they do a little reverse, a handoff to another handoff, and all of a sudden they break through the 40 or so yard score. Antoine Wallace, 6:40 to go here in the opening quarter with the touchdown. So a great opening drive for the visitors from Lamar County.
Yeah, head coach Franklin Stevens, you know, he knows what he has with this. A lot of misdirection plays, you know, really fooling the linebackers, the safeties, just the overflows. And as you can see, that play went towards the right, and next thing you know, it cuts back towards the left. You know, it was a great run by Antoine Wallace. And
that's Tyler Scandrett. Extra point up and good. Scandrett, the son of the athletic director and the hero from last week's victory. I mentioned it before. The 47-yard game winner. Had the leg for about 49, and that was enough. So Scandrett, the hero. And they're calling that no good, I believe. So excuse me, that's still a 6-0 lead for Lamar. But Scandrett did hit that 47-yarder last week after missing an extra point. So maybe it's a precursor of good things to come for the kicker.
Yeah, you know, hopefully this don't come back to haunt them later. But at the end of the day, I'm looking at Lovett, you know, as they come back towards the sideline. And, you know, I saw Coach Mike telling these guys, you know, keep their heads up. You know, it's a long football game. And, you know, when you get that type of wing tee option offense going, it really wears down the defense. I hope they have a lot of oxygen tank, you know, sitting over there on the sideline
for sure. Make sure, by the way, you follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Play On Sports, #GHSA Football. So it is a 6-0 lead for Lamar. 6:40 to go here in the opening quarter. Mike Muschamp's team will get the ball here. Again, look for the junior Grant Haley, supposedly an upper-level D1 SEC-level talent and an exceptional student, we've been told. So Lamar County with the kickoff to the 3-yard line. Good job. Love it. Their first touch of the ball. Cuts back. You see Grant Haley right there, and he'll get up to the 21. So the Lions take over. Generally a smaller team, but less talented overall, but complex schemes, smart players. perennially on this Lovett squad. 16 region championships, 52 seasons of football. Lovett's been in the quarterfinals 6 of the last 7 years. You'll see Willie Candler in the shotgun. He'll run it, he'll throw it, he'll do it all. Man in motion. There's the pitch. Haley picks up 6 yards.
Yeah, I like that. You know, as you can see, lining up in like that heavy pistol set. You know, just a nice little quick pitch out there. You know, Candler just making sure that he just secure the pitch. And, you know, after that, you know, I think Lovett's, you know, got about 6 yards right there. And that's all they need to keep this thing going, man.
Sure. And Haley with that carry. He leads the Lions with 63 points on the season, a good 20 ahead of their kicker in Brendan McGowan. Also 5 interceptions defensively. So you talk about a guy that plays both ways. Boy, Grant Haley is that guy. Candler again in the shotgun, the sophomore, you see number 7. And he does the read option. He gives it off to Haley, and a great job by the defense stringing him out to the right. You see Quay Searcy in there and all the rest of his friends.
Now you can see the flow. That's what we're going to see a lot of. You're going to see a lot of lateral movement that will play heavily into Lamar's favor. Anything lateral, this team has a lot of speed. And, you know, what Lovett's going to have to do is try to get that ball a little bit more vertically kind of quick.
A little more north-south versus the east-west.
Absolutely.
Grant Haley on the year, by the way, 79 rushes, 479 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Also, he can catch it out of the backfield, 16 receptions, and a couple of scores. So that sets up a big early 3rd and 4 here with 5:05 to go in the first quarter. The rollout to the left, and there's the pass. Almost intercepted. There's Quay Searcy once again. Lance Austin over there as well. Great job defensively. So Willie Candler with the incompletion. And that's going to set up the first punt of the ball game.
Quay Searcy, man, made a big play. I think he's going to be all over this defense. And as you can see, that he's one of those playmakers. Almost had the interception. You know, as you can see right there, it was a nice little sprint out towards the left, and he just made the play on what we call a sail route by the wide receiver.
You know a thing or two about that.
That's right.
Win Martin with the punt. The talented Win Martin plays offense, defense, punts it. That's fair caught at the 45. And you see there number 17 and Jamarcus Walker. So we see early on the usual suspects here for Lamar County. Obviously, you mentioned the Austin brothers. We've seen Antoine Wallace. We've seen Quay Searcy, Jamarcus Walker, a talented team. And these guys, they do it all.
Yeah, you know, you're going to see a lot of guys playing both ways because they're so talented. You know, you can't waste that talented. What I want to see is probably right around the end of the 3rd and 4th quarter, can they still sustain that type of energy? But, you know, when these guys are this young, though, Justin, man, they should be able to go both ways. They can run all day.
It's easier to do it offensively. You're going to wear down the defense more than you're going to wear down yourself, one would think.
You start seeing a little bit more lazy defensive.
There's a little inside handoff. That picks up about 3 yards. Lamar County, they reached the quarters, remember, last year, and they were in that unbelievable 4 overtime game, finally succumbing to Appleton County 35-33. So they're trying to get to the semifinals and erase that bitter defeat. So almost at midfield again, great field position a couple of times here for Lamar County. 4.5 minutes to go in the opening quarter, and it's still that 6-0 Trojan advantage.
And, you know, Coach Franklin Stevens, he's pretty satisfied with, you know, getting 4 yards, you know, on the first down.
And there's the inside handoff, Antoine Wallace, and he rumbles for another 4 or 5 yards. You mentioned Franklin Stevens. Let's remember, he had 2 state titles at Tucker. First season here, Georgia Southern grad. So you want to talk about a guy that's had a lot of success.
Yeah.
This is not new to him.
Yeah, you know, so it's like one of those deals. You know, you bring in a good offensive coordinator, somebody that can sort of like fit the personality that can actually trickle on down to the players. And, you know, the offensive coordinators is Sonny Spurlock.
Got to love the name Sonny. So here's the 3rd and 2. Lamar County on the plus 47 of Lovett. The handoff, that's a first down. They just do what they need to do. They sort of bleed this thing. 3.5 minutes to go. Lamar County, all of the possession thus far. Antoine Wallace, by the way, we saw him run on that last play. He was the offensive and defensive player of that last playoff victory over Benedictine.
He's one of those do-it-all guys, man. You know, you get to see all that, you know, the dreadlocks flopping out of the back of his head, and once they start to go, you know that he's going. And you can see he got a lot of speed. And when that last touchdown that he actually had, it looked like he was running about at least a 4.43 to 4.4, Justin.
Yeah, there's a lot of speed. Georgia high school football, I don't care if you're in Class 2, Class 6, these kids are just fast. So a first down, penalty flag down. There's our first flag. That'll blow the play dead. You see the referee, the man in the white hat, that's Ralph Green, calling the false start. The umpire, Irvin Seabrook, head linesman Will Smith, the line judge, Charles Jarvis, side judge, Kurt Walker, the field judge, Tony Young, and upstairs with the clock, that's Elmore Benton.
The offense coordinator, Coach Spurlock, he actually, like a high-octane, fast-tempo type of plays. Once they get up to the line of scrimmage, then you'll start to see a lot of motioning, a lot of guys realigning. So, usually when you get these type of penalties, it's because, guys are not aligned or got their feet set right before the ball is snapped.
Right. So the first penalty of the game sets them back, a 1st and 15, and we have, just like that, the second penalty of the game. For all the best coverage of Georgia football throughout the playoffs, make sure you go to WSBTV.com.
Same thing, Justin.
Yeah, that's a little inexcusable.
Yeah, here we are, well off into the playoffs, and, sort of like the same things are still happening. And now the coach is looking down at his playbook and is looking and asking anybody, do we have anything or should we have any plays 1st and 20? Somebody let me know because I'm going to have to dig one up and draw it up in the dirt.
And, that's a question I wanted to ask you. 2:20 to go here in the first quarter. When you get in these situations offensively, I don't think they're going to really change up their game that much. But defensively, what do you do defensively? Do you bring in a nickel package against a run team? Do you bring in a dime package, or do you just play it straight?
Well, you go off of what they're giving you. And right now they still got their base offense out there. And the other thing is this, look, they could still get like a chunk of yards. You can see Austin right there.
Right, he picks up a good 7 yards there, gets it a little more manageable on second.
And this is on run plays, so, they're going to stick to who they are. Now, when they start to not be who they are and start dropping back and passing the ball, because that's something that Lamar just doesn't do as much, that's when they sort of start to get in a little bit of trouble.
Brandon Wells just coming in for Corey Erdos. Wells, 24 tackles on the season, a pick as well. A sack also. So a 2nd and 13, a minute and a half to go in the opening quarter. The handoff to Jeremy Fletcher. Good defense there. That'll set up a 3rd and 10. So a fast opening quarter. That's the way Lamar likes it. Possess the ball, 5-6 yards, and eventually, just as they did, pop the big one with Antoine Wallace.
Lovett's going to need everybody around the ball. This is what they need. You need a lot of blue jerseys getting around the ball, and as you can see right there, it was about 10 hats at least, of course, sitting right there all over Jeremy Fletcher. And I tell you what, now this is what they also want. They want the 3rd and long situations.
Lovett needs it, sure.
Yeah, they need these situations because, of course, they know that Austin, putting them in some passing situations can give them a better shot.
And a little hitch and go there. That's thrown up, and it looks to be complete. Wow. That's a great catch. You see Quay Searcy. Talk about putting your stamp on a game early on. Quay Searcy, both sides of the ball, and a phenomenal catch there, and a great throw by Lance Austin.
Put the sock in my mouth. I like it, Lance. You're going to actually throw the ball that far and be that accurate. Great play and catch by Quay. I like that. That's what they need.
Absolutely.
Nice little double move, too.
Yep, 30 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. There's the handoff to Jeremy Fletcher, and he is in. And boy, oh boy, what a start for the visitors from Lamar County.
The catch, though, Justin, is the catch. I like the way he caught that ball. He caught it right there at the tip. He caught the bottom nose of the football and hauled it in.
He beat the defender. That was a 50-50 ball in the air.
Yeah, the defender acted like, he didn't act like he saw the ball until it was like maybe 5 yards from him. And then he tried to turn on his burst. By that time, of course, Quay was already past him. Great catch by Searcy.
And Scandrette, and that one, I can say, is up and good. So it's 21 seconds to go in the opening quarter, and Lamar County out quick with that 13-0 lead over Lovett. But if there's anything, Ray Buchanan, that I've learned this year from doing a bunch of games, do not turn the TV off. We have seen comebacks galore every single Friday night. Lovett is just as into this thing as they were early on. It's a 13-0 deficit that can be erased at the drop of a hat.
Well, this plays right into Willie, Candler. So this is what he wants to do. He wants to pass the ball, and he's done it, week in and week out. And, they have the offense to actually do that, to be able to come back. But they will be able to, run the rock as well. But they have to stay patient, and not try to force throws. And over the past couple of weeks, we've seen what happened to quarterbacks that actually try to force throws into places where it doesn't belong, and then turns into interception. So, right now it's a 13-point lead, and Lovett has the weapons. They have the weapons to put some points on the board.
They do, and they don't need to change a thing. Candler and Haley, they just need to play their game and maybe defensively tweak a thing or two and get some plays for losses here. John Coletti, 8 tackles for losses on the season. They'll need their captain to step up, lead the way, and have a couple of negative plays.
Well, I'm looking for – if they know that Coletti is that guy, they're going to have to get a lineman out on him pretty quick to block him. So it wouldn't be a one-on-one situation. Because whenever he's around the ball, he's bringing a guy down.
So, again, good coverage by Lamar County as Lovett will begin on the 20. For live scoring and highlights of GHSA football playoffs produced by Play On Sports, make sure you go to playonsports.com/GA football playoffs. 15 seconds to go, looking at possibly the last play of a great opening quarter for Lamar County. Again, they were seeded number 1 in Region 4. Lovett, meanwhile, they were 4-0 in their region, Region 6. Only 4 games, that is right. 8-4 overall. Coach Mike Muschamp scheduled a bunch of high-quality competitors to try and get this team ready for this exact spot. So far, not a great first quarter. And you see the little run play. That won't net much. So the quarter ticks down. That will be the last play of a good opening quarter for the boys from Barnesville. So Lamar County, 11-0 on the season, and they have the 13-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. Former Falcon Ray Buchanan, I am Justin Hanover. And don't forget, join the conversation about high school sports. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter at PlayOnSports, #GHSA Football. First impressions of this opening quarter, Ray?
I'm loving it. I'm liking what I'm seeing, of course, by Lamar's side. Controlling the line of scrimmage. They running the ball real well. Offensive lines creating the holes. And you know what? We were sitting up there talking about them being in 3rd and long situations. And, of course, Lance threw a perfect pass down there to Quay. And you can see if you can start being a dual threat, running the rock, and then also being able to have those completions, it gives a lot of confidence, of course, in the play calling, of course, by the offensive coordinator for Lamar.
And when you take this lead and you have the offense like a Lamar County, it's so conducive for success because now you really start to try and milk this clock. And not yet. There's still 3 quarters of football. But it's a lot easier for this team being up versus this team being down and trying to play catch-up.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you think about it. If this thing was the shoe was on the other foot and it's actually Lamar being down, I would wonder what type of play calls will we actually see. But as we saw just then, if being able to throw the ball is going to be key. But controlling the line of scrimmage, being who Lamar is on that line of scrimmage as well. They're playing solid defense, coming up making tackles. Lovett's got a lot to look forward to when it comes to this team playing.
Second quarter underway. Fake handoff to Spencer Lee. Look at Candler.
I like it. Great play call. Nice little fake play action. Bootleg.
I was going to say it's almost a little naked bootleg type action.
Kept the rock. Made sure he got down. I'm not too sure about how he slid there, but
be careful, Willie.
He's not taking any lessons from Michael Vick.
And Candler, 153 rushes on the season, 616 yards. He's broken the plane 5 times while rushing, so he's no stranger to keeping that thing and tucking it. That sets up another 1st and 10. Early on here, second quarter, in the shotgun. Man in motion, and he gives it to him. That is Haley. And a good job cutting it upfield for a gain of 8.
Good blocking outside by the wide receivers. Of course, there's that jet play, both sides of the ball. We saw Lamar run it earlier. Lovett actually has the same play, spread everybody out. It's just like a jet right. Just hand the ball off, give it to Grant Haley, and, he just takes off and gets the yards that he needs. So they need to continually move the ball the way they're doing right now.
And it's so important, obviously, as you know, for that offensive line to be on the same page, know where the ball's going, who your assignments are, because you're a step ahead of the game. The defense doesn't really know where it's going initially. And when you do it successfully, you could pick up your 8, 9, 10 yards like that. There's the fake handoff, the pass. That is caught. Conrad Kinsey. And that's a 1st down.
Nice little catch. He ran it like a little pivot out. The defender is giving them enough cushion. You know, as you can see out there on the edge right there was definitely Lance, you know, who was your quarterback, out there playing a little bit of corner. Went out there wide and just had to come up and make the tackle. How many times do you actually get to see a quarterback and he is also your corner?
And a safe play there, a safe pass. The offense for Lovett, we've mentioned a bunch of times. Willie Candler and Grant Haley, Conrad Kinsey, the X receiver, John Jamison, the fullback, Will Garrity, the Y receiver, Win Martin, the punter and Z receiver. You see Haley going over the left side, and boy, they bring that safety up, does Lamar County. That was Lawrence Austin, and they took care of business on the big uglies, the offensive line.
Yeah.
Tej Suber, Eric Thomas, Forrest Bell, Corey Erdos, and Bennett Gwynn.
Quay Searcy actually had a bead on him, too, coming from the safety spot. Of course, Austin was there, too. But you know what? I said it earlier. Haley needs to get a little bit more north and south quickly. Running sideways with this type of speed, it's going to be a tackle maybe 1 to 2 yards at the line of scrimmage. And you know what? He came from the safety. You know, Searcy came from the safety spot. You know, they practice this all throughout the week, so they know the angles.
Sure. 9:35 to go, opening half, 13-0. The visitors in the lead. There's another pass, about a gain of 5 yards. Defensively, the starters for Lamar County, we haven't mentioned the names yet. 3-man front, normally Marcus Brown, Rashad Johnson, and look out for number 50, that's Bo Dunn. The linebackers, Ray Lyons, Antoine Wallace, and Lawrence Austin, we've mentioned them a bunch. And the D-backs, the 170-pound junior Lance Austin, the brother of the quarterback, Jeremy Fletcher's back there, the senior Cedarius Gotel, Quay Searcy, the junior, and Jamarcus Walker. So another big third down, 3 minutes into the second half. Third down, Candler in the shotgun. One back set, a couple of receivers up top, and they do get the jump.
Yeah.
You see the referee call that offsides.
Yeah, that's the neutral zone infraction right there by the defense. Just got him out. You know what? That was good by Candler right there. You know, nice little hard count, make him jump off sides.
Real nice from the sophomore.
That's how you slow down speed.
And you save the hard counter, you save those plays, and correct me if I'm wrong, for the 3rd and 3 situation.
Great play call, you know, because now you don't have to run anything. It's just trying to get these guys to jump off sides by a little bit of undisciplinary act.
And there's Candler. The shotgun's got a man wide open. Will Garrity, and he gets in the end zone. Only 5 catches on the entire season. There's a big one with 8:36 to go in the first half, and Lovett is on the board.
I like the pump by Will Candler. You know, get that safety out of the middle of the field. He saw him. Pump come back to the right side, and Garrity was sitting right there. Nice little pitch and catch right there, man. Nice little throw by Candler. I like the catch, and I like the run afterwards.
So Will squared on the touchdown. In effect, Will to make it a 13-6 ball game. And a big extra point here. Remember, Scandrette couldn't get that first one to go. And Lovett, that is up. And that is good by McGowan. Makes it a 13-7 ball game.
Right there, you can see that Coach Muschamp, you know, Mike, he's been working with quarterbacks. And of course, his brother, you know, being on another level up there at Florida. And, you know, looking at the quarterback play, I was looking at him set his feet. You know, he wasn't the Drew Brees type, but he got that ball out there. I like the way whenever you can fool the free safety, get him out of that middle of the field when you got a 3-deep zone.
Is that what happened, though? Because Garrity was wide open. There was some sort of a mistake in coverage.
Yeah, so what Candler did, he pumped like he's going to the left a little bit, you know, came right back, and next you know, you get that free safety out of the middle of the field because they had 4 guys going vertical. And there it was. It was an easy catch right there for Garrity.
It was. And Garrity, again, does not have a lot of catches on the season, but that's a big one. You like some peanuts? How about energy for the Georgia High School football playoffs? Brought to you by Georgia's Peanut Farmers. So it's a 13-7 Lamar lead. We'll see a little pressure on them here. The momentum swings a little bit towards Lovett. There's a little chip shot. The fumble. And they do recover it. Dicey situation right there. Fumbled by Lawrence Austin, the junior running back and D-back.
Justin, we was up there talking about it earlier about, you know, hopefully that missed extra point won't hurt them.
Right.
Now it's 13-7. You know, shucks, Lovett's right back in this game, and the confidence is brewing. You can hear the crowd getting into it a little bit here. Now all they need to do now is, you know, get one good third and out, or, you know, at least keep Lamar from getting down
So that's
there
the
scoring.
thing. They haven't stopped them yet. So until they do, it's advantage Lamar County.
Yeah, so they need one good stop. Get the offense. This is when the juice just started to flow.
Yep.
The adrenaline started to pump a little bit.
Lance Alston under center. You see Lawrence Alston runs, takes the pitch. Lovett tries to string him out. And Alston, a good job to pick up 9 yards. The offensive line created enough holes to pick up right around 9. Actually, they're going to give him, I think, 10 yards in the first down.
I like what they were trying to do. You saw Coletti lined up over there on the left-hand side, coming down to go and blitz because they knew that Lamar was going towards the wide side of the field, and they just went over there, of course, with Spencer Lee and tried to blow it up. You had what we call a suicide bomber. Somebody eat it up for somebody else to come and make the tackle. The thing is, there wasn't nobody else there to make the tackle.
Here's another handoff, inside handoff, nothing much doing, maybe a yard. So that'll be a 2nd and 9 as we get under the 8-minute mark here to go in the first half. So Lamar County just trying once again, suck the life out of Lovett, bring back that momentum, push in a score before the half, see if you can go up a couple of scores, and ride that momentum into the locker room.
Well, so far, controlling the clock is Lamar. You see the defense for Lovett is sitting out there, getting more and more tired.
There's the handoff. Antoine Wallace, the left side. Can he get the corner? And he does. Gets taken down at the 36. You see the big tackle there. John Coletti with that hit. 6'1", 211 is the senior, but a big, big gain for Antoine Wallace.
Antoine got around that corner. He got past Coletti early on at the line of scrimmage, and made a couple juke moves, was heading down the sideline. He didn't know that Coletti is like Brian Urlacher. He's going to continue to keep coming.
And that's a great call. It was a Brian Urlacher type hit. Wallace, 40 carries on the season, 325 yards, 8 yards per carry. He's broken the plane 3 times. Now they go inside. That's Fletcher, and they pick up about 2 yards. So no negative plays yet. I'm waiting for that first negative tackle for loss from Lovett. I think that's going to be a big sequence where if they can really push Lamar County back, get the confidence up where it's not from a penalty, then maybe we'll see that defense try and get that stop, the elusive stop which they need.
With so much speed going sideline to sideline with Lamar, of course they seem like they can outrun, Lovett. Lovett needs to, probably be able to put themselves in position to make some of these plays, make some of the tackles. So far, you're not going to see a lot of negative plays until we do see a fumble.
And there's Austin. He keeps it for himself. Can he get the corner? He does. 5, touchdown. Lance Austin. The speed burst to the left, and the 2-touchdown advantage is back for Lamar County.
Great crack block, right there on the defensive end. Another lineman gets up and seals the linebacker. Wide receiver, actually the wing T guy actually goes out and go get the corner. Totally, everybody was blocked. Totally perfect play by Lamar.
It almost appeared like Lovett thought they were going to do that same play, the handoff up the middle. Great little read option, takes it out of the belly, brings it himself.
So many different plays, man. Up the gut, around the corner, around the edges. Quarterback keeps the ball. Austin brothers keep it. And it's so much to work with. That's why so much of it's going to be on the defensive guys to actually make
discipline
plays,
keep your assignments.
Make the tackles when necessary.
I've been working with you for a long time now, and that's your favorite word, discipline, against an offense like this, and they just didn't keep it there. They did not. Everybody sort of flooded that middle, and the whole left side opened up.
Speed does kill every once in a while. Some guys might just happen to be there, or it might be some great blocks by Lamar. But you know what? It's a very unselfish play, by every body on the offensive side of the ball. I like the way that everybody's blocking.
Yes. They've yet to have a stop. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Play On Sports, #GHSA Football.
Well, you said it earlier, Justin. If they won't be able to stop Lamar, from scoring, to go tit for tat, it'll be hard for them to actually come back. They need one good defensive stop, for Lovett.
They do.
And I'll tell you what, after that last drive, I don't feel any lack of confidence coming from Lovett.
So Scandrett, once again, we're getting used to him kicking it off. 20-7, Lamar County over Lovett. The deep kick taken at the 5. Up to the 20. There goes Haley. He's got some room. One man to beat. Does he have the corner? He cuts it back. And Haley going the distance, 15, 10, 5. Are you kidding me?
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely. I mean, you could describe the way he ran and, cutting on the dime, slowing down, speed bursting, going 0 to 60 once again there, right there at the 20-yard line on in. That was a beautiful, beautiful play by Grant Haley. He's their guy.
He is their guy. And what a great momentum builder here. 15 seconds it took him to weave his way across 95 yards, cutting back from that left side. Boy, you want to talk about a big-time play and somebody that looks like he can play on the next level. Grant Haley just showed you why right there.
That was pretty. That was so pretty. And now, you know what? That put Lamar back out there. A lot of Lamar's best players are out there, on that kickoff team coming down the field. And now they're a little bit gassed and a little bit winded. The only person that's actually for Lovett is probably tired is Haley. That's what they needed, man. They say in this game, Justin, this is what they need. It's 20-14.
So certainly not a defensive game so far, as it's been more of a defensive struggle overall. 6:01 to go in the first half, and Lamar County's lead sliced and diced down to 6 at 20-14.
I'm looking at Haley down there. He's sitting on that bench. I wish they don't, on this level for high school kids, they don't have the oxygen. So.
And when you play both ways, remember he's going both ways. That makes it doubly as hard. But again, these are 16, 17, 18-year-old kids.
Yeah.
When you were back there in the mean streets of Chicago, you were able to run all day as well.
All day. Special teams. I think I was on every special team, then offense and defense. So, you guys are in shape. They've been doing it the whole year, so they're in pretty good shape.
And they avoid the kickoff there as well, and the knee was down. Good call by the official. The kickoff to Lawrence Austin. Knee was down, so they'll spot that at the 26-yard line. Once again, former Falcon legend Ray Buchanan. Thank him for joining me. I am Justin Hanover here by the riverbank in Lovett, where the Lions trail 20-14, 5:58 to go in the first half. So Lamar County, they'll have their fourth crack at it, 3 for 3 so far on the touchdowns. The only blemish, that early missed extra point, and will it come back to haunt them?
Well, I'm looking at Lovett right now. They need that stop. This is where they need to, dig in deep to try to find a way to try to get Lamar off of this field. But Lamar is sort of giving them so many different sets, so many different looks, so much speed. Somebody got to come up and make a big play.
And there's Lawrence Austin taking that handoff from his brother. Nothing too tricky on that one yet. They do chew up about 7 more yards and a very manageable second down coming up. So we've seen the brothers, the Austin brothers, Lawrence with the team-high 13 touchdowns. Lance can beat you both ways. We saw the arm earlier on the great 40 or so yard pass down to the 2, the setting up that touchdown. Quay Searcy's done a bunch. Jeremy Fletcher, Cedarius Gotel, very talented, very athletic, and very fast. In the shotgun now, Austin. The pass has a man over the shoulder. That is complete, and that's Searcy once again for about a 40-yard gain.
That's what they're waiting for. They just sitting back waiting until everybody gets sucked up. You got so many guys playing man-to-man out there because they need to be at the line of scrimmage trying to stop this run. And that's what, of course, Austin is waiting for. It opens it up.
It opens, and I'll tell you, the touch on that pass, beautiful touch. He threw it to the space.
Yeah.
He didn't throw it to his receiver. He threw it beautifully to the space.
Good call. Put it right there in the perfect spot for only the receiver to be able to catch the ball.
Over that shoulder. So a 1st and 10 on the 36. He keeps it himself, does Austin. Picks up 2 more yards. And Lamar County this year, again, 11-0 coming out of Barnesville. They did have an opening tie, so I should give them an 11-0-1 ledger to Spalding County early on. But overall, 339-74. And they've outscored their opponents. So you may not know a lot about them, but we're suddenly learning that Lamar County appears to be the real deal here. They blew out Cook County in the opening round 51-13, 356 yards rushing, only 3 pass attempts, and last week the 47-yard Scandrett game-winning field goal to down Benedictine 24-21.
Well, you said only 3 pass attempts. We're already sitting at 2 beautiful completions so far.
We are, and there's a third. A quick little simple out. And that is caught. Nick Harden, the senior wide receiver, 7 catches on the season, 85 yards, has a touchdown as well.
high efficient passes too. You know, you got these one-on-one situations. You got a little out route here. You know, of course, one pass deep right down the middle of the field. 2 sail routes. You know, 2 nice throwing the ball right there in the corner of the field, and nice catches by Quay.
Yeah. So 4 minutes to go here. For all the best coverage of Georgia football throughout the playoffs, make sure you go to WSBTV.com. Probably 4 down territory. You see the hard count right there by Lance Alston. Does not draw anybody offsides. 1 back set. The handoff. Fletcher depends on his forward progress. I believe he has it, but this will be possibly a measurement.
Grant Haley got in on that one. You know, he got in on a tackle. You can see him standing up afterwards. You know, and picking up Jeremy and just, you know, laying him flat on his back.
Yeah. And you do see Ralph Green is calling it a first down. So another first down for Lamar County, as they just continue to methodically move it down the field and then pop in that big throw, and it's been oh so successful. 3:20 to go opening half. The 6-point lead. Austin under center once again.
And they set up right now in this wing T. This is the wing T setup. This is what they conventionally run. Very hard to stop.
It is, and another 6 yards right there with Fletcher.
Nice little off-tackle play right there towards the left side. Offensive line doing a great job of making the holes. As I like calling it, mowing the lawn.
Indeed.
And, you know, you see Lovett, you know, a lot of the defenders right now holding on to their hips, a little bit winded.
It gets frustrating, I'm sure. Playing against something like this, when you're not on point and they're running sort of through you and over you, it gets frustrating. And we see it again right here. There's another handoff. Offensive line doing a good job. Give Lovett some credit on that. It looked like there was a bigger hole. It looked like some more yards to be. But the Lovett defense did converge.
That Coletti is everywhere, man.
And Charlie Ingram involved there as well. Ingram, 47.5 tackles on the season, a couple of sacks to his credit. So on the 22, that sets up a 3rd and 1. 2:15 to go in the opening half. And they are just milking this clock to perfection right now.
Quick first half, is that's because they're running the ball.
Sure.
You know, and majority of the time of the possession definitely goes to Lamar. You know, Lovett actually get quick hitters. They're going out there scoring, and when they need it, of course, nice kickoff return.
They fill the box, does Lovett. The quarterback sneak, that's a great quarterback sneak when you can pick up 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, look, they push the whole defensive line back. Keep the clock running as well. You know, I think they have all the timeouts.
Yes, both teams with 3 timeouts. I was on your wavelength that 1:45 to go now. With this offense, it's starting to get a little bit late. They're going to have to sort of pick it up. But with those 3 timeouts, you can continue to run your game.
Yeah, so far, it looks like Coach Franklin Stevens doesn't need to call one, the way they're moving the ball.
Sure.
But ball's on the ground. Flag, though.
Flag down. You saw Lawrence Austin in motion on that. 3 wide receivers. We're going to have a false start on that.
Almost a dangerous play right there, you know, for Lance to be diving in like that after the ball.
Hey, it's the playoffs, baby.
You know, sometimes you don't want your quarterback diving in there head first, but, you know, like you said, it is the playoffs. You lose, you go home.
And the clock is a factor right now. Under 1:20. You see them bringing in the play. Nick Harden coming in.
Clock is still running. I'm surprised they're not using the timeout right now.
Clock's running. We get down to that minute mark.
3.
The 1 back set again. That's Fletcher back there. And there's another flag.
Yeah, that's a delay of game right there. Took up a lot of time, you know, getting the play in from the sideline. And
that's inexcusable, though. You come off of a penalty.
Yeah.
You cannot have a delay of game with under a minute to go when you're on the opponent's 20. You can't do that.
Well, normally, you know, you would get like a rotation by another offensive guy, whether it be a running back, a tight end, or wide receiver to bring in the plays. But as you can see, you have Austin running to the sideline to go get the play every time, then have to run back out there on the field to give it to everyone, and then expect everybody to get lined up on time.
So in the shotgun now, Austin, 54 seconds remaining in the first half, calls his own number. Great job by the Lion defense. They snuffed that thing out. Ball now at the 24. And I believe we will have, well, they're not calling that timeout. Clock keeps running. 40, 39, 38.
I guess
there's no reason to take these timeouts with them in the locker room.
They don't carry over. So I'm wondering. It's
27
still, the clock
seconds.
is still going.
I don't know. I don't really understand what's going on here. There's 21 seconds, 20, 19.
Now they call a timeout. Bad coaching right there, I must say. And I don't want to really harp on what Franklin Stevens was doing right there, but whether him or Coach Spurlock should have noticed that, there's about maybe 35 seconds that was just eating up off the clock.
Well, Ray, look what just happened. They were down to the 15. They had a first down at the 15, the penalty after the fumble, basically. Then they have a delay game, and right now they just burned a minute and lost 10 yards without running a play.
Without running a play.
It just it doesn't make much sense to me.
Certain things are inexcusable, and I'm pretty sure that, at the end of the game, and watching the game, they'll be like, what were we thinking?
Right. Now they're basically almost forced to pass. They still have 2 timeouts. But that just doesn't make sense. For live scoring and highlights of GHSA football playoffs produced by Play On Sports, make sure you go to playonsports.com/GA football playoffs. That's just bad clock management. I mean, I hate to say it, but it is. There's 18 seconds to go, 20-14 right now. You're almost in a situation where you have to pass.
And Lovett has to play smart. Just play deep. Maybe, try to get them into a field goal situation.
Man in motion. Austin's going to keep it himself. Has blockers. And he gets down the left side, steps out of bounds at the 13-yard line. That's a great play call, though.
The
man in motion became the primary lead blocker.
There's a flag on the play, too. I wonder what that is. Right there at the 20-yard line.
Ralph Green calling the hold. And look, all of a sudden, 11 seconds to go, and you're basically at a field goal range.
That was a play that took 7 seconds. Great play call if it would have worked. You had everybody blocking, mano on mano, wide receiver on the defensive back, and then you had some pulling tackles and getting around there on some of the smaller guys as well.
That's one of those play calls, though. You keep it in your back pocket. It works so well there. If you can avoid that hold, you can see them bring that out a little bit later on because there was plenty of room. That could have gone a distance. So 2 timeouts remaining here. Lamar County with that 20-14 lead. 11 seconds to go. They have it on the 30. That would be a 47-yard field goal from this attempt right here, and that is what Tyler Scandrett nailed in that game winner against Benedictine. But they're moving backwards. Remember, they were just on the 15 a minute ago, and now after not running really an official play, they're back on the 30.
Everybody's surrounding Coach over there for Lamar, and you wonder what kind of trick they drawn up right here to try to get them some yards back to be able to kick the field goal.
Let me ask you this, Ray. What do you do defensively here? They're on that field goal sort of range. Do you play deep to avoid the touchdown? Do you give them maybe a 5-yard pass and make them have to attempt that 42-yarder? How do you play this?
Well, the way they set up, it looked like they're playing a lot of man-to-man. They playing a 3 deep coverage, but, you got to protect the sideline, not let the guys get out of bounds, play a lot of heavy outside leverage, and
Wallace up top. He's got a man wide open in the end zone. Oh, boy, that's a defensive breakdown. What a momentum boost with 3 seconds to go in the first half. Lamar County, 4 drives and 4 touchdowns.
Cedarius Gattel just totally outran, the defender, and he was lined up at the pony spot and just totally took off. I mean, it was like a total mismatch. Just totally outran them. Looked like they were playing man-to-man, which I didn't understand. The defender was 5 yards behind them.
And the extra point once again is up and good. We have seen some things here that you just cannot grasp in terms of not being understandable. The clock management offensively for Lamar County, we've harped on that. I don't want to keep going on that. But to give up with 11 seconds to go, now 3 seconds, a 30-yard touchdown over the top against a wing T offense, you're going to kick yourself later on if you don't come back.
Bad coaching, right there. Muschamp got to get those guys. You got to have at least 4 defensive backs. You got to come out of your conventional base defense, and you got to have at least 2 safeties back there, 2 corners back there, maybe a guy in the middle of the field like a Mike linebacker. But it got to be in your prevent defense. That play right there shouldn't have happened.
And I don't mind, and you don't either. I mean, shoot, from all the years you played in the NFL, being aggressive. I mean, there's a time and a place for coming up and smacking somebody in the mouth. I don't know if that's the situation with 11 seconds to go. I asked you before that play, do you just give them the 5 or 6 yards to avoid the debacle which just happened?
You got to avoid that. That's why I say you have to have about 4 guys back there and make them catch the ball underneath. And, you might get an interception. At least the guys are sitting back there looking like they're about to catch a punt. That's what the coach say. Get back there like you're catching the punt and be deepest the deepest and make them go into kicking the field goal, with 11 seconds left.
So the final play of the half, it appears, and that will do it as you see Jay Harris take that ball out of bounds. And Lamar County, momentum early on, momentum later on. Antoine Wallace got us going midway through the first quarter with that big touchdown run. Jeremy Fletcher from a couple of yards out for the 13-0 lead at the end of a quarter. Each team scored twice in that second quarter, and that was capped off by Cedarius Gotel with that 30-yard pass from Austin. 27-14, Lamar County in the lead. Ray, final thoughts of the opening half?
Well, totally, the advantage right now goes to Lamar, controlling the clock, having the majority of plays on offense. Not only that, they're running the ball when they want to. They're throwing the ball precisely. I mean, you've seen some great passes to Searcy. You saw that last catch by Cedarius Gotel. I mean, they're doing everything that they want to. So, right now, it's a lot going on for Big Blue. They need to step their game up for Lovett.
They do. And Lamar County, once again, that 27-14 lead at the break. Lovett gets the ball first in the second half. You can join the conversation about high school sports. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Play on Sports, #GHSA Football. Another half to go. Lovett needs to get it together. They are down 13 at the break. You're watching this on the GHSA Network.
We can get a player up here.
Oh, that's good stuff.
All right, perfect. Prepare a Wiley Ballard graphic.
Do you want me to start the stream?
Start the stream. Camera 3. Beautiful. We're coming in on 1.
For more information on how your school can join the Play on School broadcast program, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
One match away from immortality.
This is a total team effort.
We're gonna come at you.
One shot.
Hold on. Oh, there it is. Justin.
And welcome back to Lovett High School. We are about to get underway in the second half. Lamar County with that 27-14 lead. The Trojans extremely impressive. With me, as usual, Ray Buchanan, former Falcon legend. I'm Justin Hanover. Lamar County coming in undefeated at 11-0-1, Ray, and we see exactly why they've had that much success this year.
Man, it's been exciting to watch. Actually, you know, they lighten up the scoreboard. It's 27-14, and I can tell you what, that Coach Franklin got these boys ready to play. They fire off the ball on the offensive side of the ball. They've been doing everything they need to do. And then on the defensive side of the ball, of course they gave up 14 points, but at the end of the day, they've been handling everything and under control and playing solid defense.
And 7 of those points, remember, came on that Grant Haley 95-yard kickoff run. So the defense for Lamar County's only given up 7 points in that first half of football. And Lovett, let's remind you, they had not given up a point in their 2 previous playoff games. So certainly they're reeling a bit here. They'll get the first possession. Let's see how they come out of the locker room. That ball bounces and finally picked up, and Lovett will begin on the 27-yard line. You certainly never want to let a kickoff bounce.
Yeah, and, you know, saw Jay Harris right there as he had his 1 to 2 shuffle moves and got about 1.5 yards. not bad for an up-back guy.
Yeah.
But as long as he just holds on to the ball, the coach is pretty happy after that.
And remember, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter at PlayOnSports, hashtag GHSA Football. So Lovett with the first crack at it here in the second half. Willie Candler in the shotgun. Not much doing offensively for the Lions. You see them in blue. There's a little inside handoff. John Jameson, one of the captains, and good job defensively by the Trojans.
Yeah, they stymied that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice little just handoff right there off tackle towards the left there. And, of course, that, you know, when you're playing good defense, you know, that's what they need. That's how I get it started. Even though, you know, it was about 5 yards, they got enough for Lovett to sit there and lick their chops.
They fought for a little bit afterwards. Yeah, he got a couple of yards after contact there.
Yeah, you know, it's one of those plays that where the whistle's not blown and the guy's not down. You got to keep trying to bring him down.
Mitchell Marino, the lone receiver, down on the bottom of your screen here. He led the team in receptions this year. The handoff, though, and you'll see not much doing there as well.
Yeah.
That'll set up a 3rd and 4 flag, though, on the play.
Not a smart play right there by the defender. You know, it was a late hit, you know, and just speared the guy right there in the back. So that's definitely going to cost him, you know, 15 yards easily.
Yeah, you've got to keep your cool. You've got to keep your head. Both teams have done it thus far. That, though, not an indication of it.
Yeah, that was Trey Evans, you know, just came in there and speared the guy while he's down. And, you know, if this was the National Football League, there's a thing called a FedEx package that will be in your locker on that Wednesday.
You ever get one of those?
Absolutely. You know, and mine was just for uniform violations or, you know, messing with the refs or talking back, but that's what used to happen to me.
Let me ask you this, though. Do you actually have to pay for that, or does the team pick up that tab?
No, you got to pay.
You do? That's coming out of your check.
You will find out in your check. Once you get that envelope, the very next check, you're missing, you know, as they say, as you see it, 15,000, 70,000, no matter what it is, it's missing out of your check. So some guys out there playing for free, you know, that's probably not making enough of that money.
Right, and Willie Candler with the keeper there picks up about a yard as he gets to midfield. I never knew if you actually were fined or if the team sort of just picks that up. So former Falcon legend Ray Buchanan dishes exactly what does happen in the NFL. 2nd and 9 right here from midfield, approaching the 10-minute mark to go in the third quarter. Still a 13-point lead for the Trojans.
Willie moving the ball. They doing everything methodically, getting down there.
In the
Short
shotgun,
pass here.
there's the completed pass. John Jameson. No, that's incomplete. So that sets up a 3rd and long.
Yes, John got to hold on to that one. Come on, Mr. Jameson. Those are those plays that's going to actually make, you know, Willie feel pretty comfortable, you know, and especially getting in a good rhythm as you throw on the rock. This is one of those catches you need to make.
It's a safe pass, and a safe pass you've got to catch because you're trying to get that little one-on-one route, you know, get at least 3, 4, 5 yards. But then when you drop that safe pass, you set up the 3rd and 9, which is right now in not enviable situation. So you see Candler in the shotgun. There's another safe pass. One-on-one situation. Grant Haley, and that is just short, it appears, to the 43. That sets up a 4th and 1 with Lamar County's offense doing its thing.
Nice little swing pass. You know, Willie just threw a nice little swing pass. It was easy for Haley to just, catch the ball. And I thought he actually drove for the first down, but he might have stepped out of bounds right there.
Give Lamar County some credit there. It's not easy to bring down Grant Haley. 5'10", 175. He's a beast running that ball. He had a head of steam and a good job to get him down shy of that first down. They are going for it. So this is a 4th and 1.
Well, Lawrence played both ways. He knows how hard it is to bring a guy down. He was the first guy to miss the tackle.
And we saw Candler with a little bootleg earlier, and he does call his own number again. And he picks up the first down, 3 yards on that run. Good play call right there.
Yeah, definitely a good play. Jeremy Fletcher and also, Lawrence Austin was sitting right there to go make the tackle. It was a little bit too late. Willie Candler actually got the first down. I still don't like his technique yet, sliding. He might have to come to one of our camps and show him how to slide. Because right there, he just curled up in a fetal position and once he got the first down.
Well, sometimes we forget. He's a sophomore, which means he's probably around 16 years old. Look, 15, 16 years old.
There's guys in the National Football League that still don't know how to slide.
Exactly. There's the handoff. Haley strung out beautifully. There is, I believe, maybe the first tackle for a loss in this game. Back to the 41.
Yeah, Quay Searcy was there, and also you had Ray Lyons, man. Both of those guys just got a hold of Haley and brought him down pretty tough. Not only just made the tackle, but used the ground as leverage.
And the winner of this game goes to the semifinals. Will face the winner of Brooks County and Calhoun. And right now at the half, it's all Calhoun. They have that 28-7 lead.
This is the drives that they needed early on in the first half, just to milk them a little bit. You slow down, Lamar and make them tired.
And there's, I believe, Andrew Siegel over the middle. Siegel, 15 catches on the season, a trio of touchdowns, almost 200 yards. That's a good little pattern right there. That's tough to defend against.
There you go. That's what Siegel needs to do. That's what I'm talking about when making the quarterback feel comfortable. As you can see in this drive right now, it's a pass here, it's a pass there. They're catching the rock, and when they make those type of yards, it makes everything else a little bit more easier.
Little reverse. There's Haley's got some grass. Good job by the defense. That's a disciplined play. That's a play that could have gone, Ray, for a lot of yards. It looked like it was an open field, but they kept it to a 6-yard play.
Yeah, Jamarcus Walker just sat right there and held containment. Made the play go inside, and actually that was a great tackle.
Yeah.
Sat there and suited him up and got him down.
So 4 minutes here in the books in this third quarter. We get under 8 minutes. A good first drive by the Lions down to the 20 with a 2nd and 5. Candler the shotgun, couple of backs, fakes it. Good job by the offensive line, and that is complete down to the 14-yard line as he finds his receiver once again. And that's Win Martin.
Yeah, Win. It was like one guy ran a wheel route. It was an out and up by one guy. And then, Martin just came in, ran a nice little 12-yard curl route and just sat in a little hole, and it was an easy throw, for Candler to make.
They're making it look easy on this drive. Now, their problem's been the defense so far. So we'll see if they can convert and then maybe defend. But there is Candler, calling his own number, getting down to the 6-yard line. Good offensive line surge, good job blocking there as he picks up right around 8 yards.
Good call. I like the blocking more, led by Will Garrity right there, big number 88, but everybody else up there on that front line was blocking pretty well. It gave, Candler some holes to be able to, to sort of choose from. He just got upfield. I love north-south. When you don't have that much speed, get north-south.
And that's hard. I mean, you play D-back forever. It's hard. You have a guy bringing some speed coming at you. That's hard to defend.
Yeah, he's a pretty big guy to bring down, too.
He is. And Candler holds it himself, 5, and he gets in the end zone. The great play fake. Willie Candler calls his own number, and midway through the third quarter, some momentum in the favor of the Lions.
The old fake read. Outside play and just keep the ball. Quarterback, keeper, man, just right up the middle of the field. Nobody there, went in untouched. That's called a tuxedo being clean, brother. That was a nice run. Nice little play fake right there.
And a great opening drive for Lovett. That's what Coach Muschamp needed out of the locker room. They'll turn to their defense. First, so they need this extra point to go. Brendan McGowan. He's made both of his thus far. That is up, and that is good. So it's 27-21 now. Lovett clearly did not play their best first half. They're within a score.
Well, I like the way, the coach Muschamp just come out on this drive right here and methodically, move the ball down the field. And you know what? It was led by Candler, just completing a couple passes here and there. And not only that, he ran well, picked up a lot of first downs, and that's what they needed. Go out there and keep Lamar out there on that field defensively as long as possible.
You'll tire them out so that when they have to come play offense, they're a little bit winded.
And how about the defense been sitting on the sideline, nice and fresh.
For 45 real-time minutes now.
Yeah, so they should go out there with a lot of courage to go out there, especially off of this type of momentum.
And this Lovett program, remember, this is their 36th playoff appearance. They've been in this spot. They've been in the semis or better in 10 of those. They're also 27-5 in the playoffs at home since 1987. That's a little squib kick at the 37 there. Certainly they don't want to get beat deep. They're going to give up some field position here for that.
I guess, that's like a give or take 50-50, and also the field position is, I guess they'd probably rather take the ball right there on the 38-yard line rather than, it being returned.
The potential of the return. Yeah. You've mentioned how much speed Lamar County has.
Yeah.
They don't want to see the speed on that kickoff. The problem is, though, we've seen what they can do driving the ball, and if you're going to make them go only 60 yards for a field, they've been able to do it all 4 times.
Yeah, Lamar has not been stopped, yet. I think the punter's sitting on the sideline wondering if he ever get a chance to play today.
Well, he probably hopes not. There is Austin, and almost taken down behind the line of scrimmage, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage maybe a couple of inches, but Lovett for the first time got in that backfield. They just could not make the play. I think Alex Port was back there. He's got 2.5 sacks on the season, 22.5 tackles as well.
Yeah, Charlie Ingram also got back there and missed that tackle. But those are the negative plays,
You need that, yep. Against this offense, you need to make those plays.
That right there is a plus for Lovett.
A lot of guys in the box. They are packing that box. And once again, Lovett defensively, they're bringing it. Spencer Lee involved in there.
And I'm counting only one hat, this blue, and that's number 10. And he's probably catching a breather, but the rest of the guys for Lovett was on that pile. And, that's what they need, too. The fans now starting to get involved. You can see the players are starting to wave their arms up in the air to try to get them involved, because that just brings a lot more energy to the guys that's out there on that field. Ain't nothing like a little bit more electricity that can flow through your body to go out there and go make a play defensively.
Now a big 3rd and 7. They haven't made a stop yet. They need to force a punt. Austin under center. He's going to have a lead blocker. Austin looking for the marker, does not get there. So on their own 45, a 4th and 3. Do you roll the dice, Coach Stevens, or do you punt the ball away to a Lovett team that suddenly feels really good about themselves?
I'm not too sure that they will punt, But,
well, we'll see, right?
They're coming out, and I guess they'd rather punt this ball and especially the way they've been playing defensively. But I don't like the way they played on that last drive, but, of course, Lovett getting them out there to punt for the first time is huge.
Yeah, good job there by Lovett. Tyler Scandrell punting this thing as well, and he hits it very short. Gets a little bit of a roll. Lovett, though, good field position. They will take over from the 35-yard line. By the way, in the crowd tonight, Dr. Robert Sanderson, a history teacher here at Lovett. Congratulations to him for running 3 marathons in the last 5 weeks and running in that 3:42 range, including 3 marathons in 3 separate states.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Yep, Dr. Robert Sanderson.
Go Robert. I like it.
You ever run a marathon?
Never ran. Been asked to run plenty of times, but I'm not no good past 3 miles.
It's marathon's a little bit past that. I've run high school in my life, but you know what? I've never stepped it up to a marathon. I'd get too bored.
Justin, you look pretty fit. Look like you can run a marathon.
That's a lot of miles. So here's Lovett Candler up the middle. Plenty of room into Lamar County territory. And everything right now going the way of the Lions with 4:52 to go in the 3rd quarter.
Saving tackle by Lance Austin. Also Lamar's quarterback out there playing a little bit of safety and also out there on the edge. Sometimes they're playing corner. Depends on what kind of formation he's been getting. But that was a great quarterback draw by Candler. Great play call.
It was. He's shown his wheels. And he's going to keep it himself off the play fake and picks up 3 more.
Well, you know what? Cedarius Gattel was actually sitting there waiting for that one. It's sort of like, he crashed down. He came out from the outside position. It looks like he's more like at the safety position, or either like a linebacker, but just crashed down pretty good.
And you see Candler coming to the sideline, getting the call from his coach. And you know what they've been effective at sort of right now, Lovett? Just go straight ahead, up the middle. Don't let Lamar County use that lateral speed.
Yeah.
You can sort of counteract that by just taking it right at them up the middle.
Yeah, when you don't have as much speed as Lamar, you called it, Justin. You need to get north and south.
And there is the fake handoff to Haley, and again, keeps it himself. So that'll set up a big 3rd down situation from the 44, a 3rd and 5 for Lovett. 3 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the 3rd.
This is where you start seeing the quarterback, read option, draw. You see in this play over and over. They sort of like setting up a good play. This is when, you have maybe a read option and you actually hand the ball off. Or, he keeps it and throw the ball downfield. So this is, they running it with Candler a lot. But, they got to be careful, make sure he doesn't get hurt.
It is, though, I think it's 4-down territory here. So I think you have 2 plays to play with. They do go east-west. And a good late surge is going to get right around that marker. And I believe he has picked up the 1st down. Lamar County seemed to snuff that play out, though. They could have had him for a loss. The good surge does pick up the 1st down at the 39.
That play was definitely led by Jason Caslin, number 52. Got right around that corner, made a huge, incredible block to create enough of a hole, for Candler to get through. That's what it's going to take. These guys are so fast for Lamar. Once you get one of these big guys from Lovett on them, that's the wrap.
Yeah. And the fake inside handoff. Candler looking to throw. Good coverage. He does complete it. That's Jamison. And no gain on the catch. You do see the time of possession, though. The complete antithesis of the first half. Lamar County dominated that. But right now, Lovett all over the ball here. 2.5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Lamar County's had it once. Could not get a 1st down. And the other 7 or so minutes has been in the favor of the boys in blue. So it sets up a 2nd and 10.
Well, you know what? Keeping them right there with 2nd and long.
Yeah.
Is what Lamar needs to do right now. And, the shoes are sitting on the other foot, like you said. In this half, clearly, Lovett is definitely the team that's actually holding on to the rock.
Siegel in motion, the fake handoff. Candler does keep it. And you saw him fake that handoff to, I believe it was Arthur Winborn.
The Roaring Lions right now, moving the rock.
They are. I mean,
Candler.
You want to talk about a game that's setting up for a nice finish. 27-21, Lamar County in the lead. 1:40 to go here in the 3rd quarter. For all the best coverage of Georgia football throughout the playoffs, go to WSBTV.com. A couple of backs here for Candler. 3rd and 4 from the 33. 4-down territory. Candler. The straight handoff. There goes Haley down to the 25-yard line. So Grant Haley flexing his muscles, going up the middle, and Lovett taking care of business here on the 2nd drive of the 2nd half.
I like the way Candler, he sat there and moved John Jamison into the right spot. He was like, whoa, wait a minute, I'm missing the lead blocker here, for this pistol heavy set, strong right. And you know what? That's how I was able to create the hole. Actually, once Jamison got through there, he cleared out the linebacker and made a nice little hole there for Haley.
Under center, the handoff, little miscommunication it looked like, but Haley does still pick up 5 yards. Play took a long time to develop, yet Haley was able to cut through the whole line and get about 5 or 6.
What a trap call. It's like a trap play. It almost look as if it's a bad play, but
that is exactly what they're trying to do.
Okay. Yeah, it's a design play. Hold that ball out there. You want to sit out there and hold that ball as long as you can so you can get the defense of guys to actually start to flow that way, hand the ball off. And all it is like a reverse.
Okay, 30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. At the 22nd and 6, Candler in the shotgun. Fake handoff. Good job by the offensive line. Plenty of time. Candler's going to tuck it, take it himself, down to the 16. That could be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That'll set up a 3rd and 1 And it looks like Lovett's just fine, letting the quarter bleed. They're down to the 15. The lone touchdown, a Candler 7-yard quarterback keeper. And Lovett on the move within 6 at 27-21. Join the conversation about high school sports. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at PlayOnSports, #GHSA football. So Ray Buchanan, former Falcon legend, 1 quarter to go. The pendulum is swung. Lovett right now, the team with that momentum, and the team brimming with confidence.
Yeah, you know what? Clearly they've held the ball a lot longer, you know, over there than Lamar has, and you know what? Clearly it's been playing to the favor of the Lions, and I like, you know, the way they're actually setting this thing up offensively. You know, you slow down Lamar by, you know, keeping that speed off of the football field and by their offense, and you know, I like the way the Lions is moving the rock.
They've certainly give Coach Muschamp credit. It's something to come out of a locker room, and they made that first stop. They needed to have the stop. They scored initially, but it doesn't matter for Lovett if you score if you can't get a stop, the way this game was going.
Yeah.
So they made that score. They held serve.
Right.
And then they did get the stop on the 3 and out, forced the punt. Now they're moving again. Remember the missed extra point for Lamar County. Lovett down 6, but you get the feel like this whole thing is swung, and they may punch this thing in the end zone here in the 4th.
And Justin, you called it earlier, you know, and I think I probably came right behind you, you know, playing cleanup. But, you know, that missed field goal, that mixed extra point, should I say, might hurt these guys later. And, you know, Lamar's sitting in a situation now to where they're only down, you know, 6 points. And clearly the Lions moving the ball the way they're moving it, man. This thing can be 28-27 quickly.
3rd and 1 right here. The handoff up the middle, and they do get the first down, racing down to the 11. So the first play of the 4th quarter, a good one for Lovett. They keep the drive alive, and they move the chains.
I like 3rd and shorts. Get to find out what the defense is made of on that front line and then the offensive line, to see those guys who don't get enough credit. You know, they sat there and just mowed the lawn right there. Easy first down. Way to go, Lions.
They did, and in the shotgun now, Candler, you see the man in motion, 1 back set. And they're just going to keep running the rock, going all the way to the left side. Haley, and he picks up about 2 yards. It's that time. It's peanut time, everybody. Energy for the Georgia High School Football Playoffs, brought to you by Georgia's Peanut Farmers. Former President Jimmy Carter likes some peanuts, huh?
Jimmy Carter, had an opportunity to meet him for the first time. Was that, I think it was last year, beginning of the season, came to the Georgia Dome.
Now, is that for the championship you won when you played Denver? You got to meet the president?
No, actually, this was the beginning of the season.
Oh, I forgot you lost that one. Sorry about that.
I know you were going to probably bring that up sooner or later.
So here's Candler, keeps it himself. Good job. The surge by the line down to the 5.
And Candler's wearing number 7, but you know, I lost to a different number 7, and that was John Elway.
Yes.
And, you know, I think everybody knows who that guy is, and I'm probably not the only one that he actually beat.
Now, he's the other guy that's post 40, right?
Oh, yeah. Easily. Easily.
It's nothing like giving Ray Buchanan the business. So 11 minutes to go in the 4th. It's getting down to crunch time. Candler, and he's cleaning the field as he's on the 5-yard line. Man in motion, fakes it, keeps it himself again. And a good job defensively. The ball may have come out.
They end up getting it back, though. You know what? I like the play right there, especially, you know, by Cedarius Gattel. You know, he crashed down early on, too. He understands what's going on, and he's probably been getting yelled at from the sideline to just run and go hit the quarterback, because there's been a lot of read option. And what the read option is doing, if that defensive end crashes down, the quarterback keeps it. Candler's going to keep it. But if the defensive end goes straight up the football field, you know, he's going to either hand it off up the gut or he's going to keep it up the gut. And so that was a good play by Gattel, you know, to stay at home and actually go hit the quarterback. Almost ripped the ball out as well.
And you see Jamison in there. You also have Brendan McGowan, the 4th and 4. They are setting up for the field goal. Good defense, leads the field goal attempt, under 10 minutes to go. McGowan, and that is no good as he line drives it wide to the left. So, wow, there's another momentum change now in the favor of Lamar County as they wind up getting the stop.
Well, bad shank right there. I'm not sure if it was the footing, but he really pulled that left. You know, it looked like a mean draw by Tiger Woods.
It was.
But, you know, clearly now, instead of it being 24-27, You know, you can see how the crowd got involved and got loud because of the missed field goal. And now, of course, Lamar gets to get a chance to get back out on their field. They've been itching to get back out there.
So the pressure goes back to the Lovett defense. They made the one stop earlier in the half. They're going to need to make another one if they want to advance to the semifinals. You see Austin. That's Lance, the quarterback under center. His brother Lawrence.
Little check. He does a little check with me with the sideline to see what play he's going to run. And you know what?
Handoff only for about 2 yards. And the interesting part about this, if you watch the coaching staff of Lamar County, they did it a lot last week, and they're doing it again this week. They're not on the line of scrimmage. They are about 15 yards normally behind the quarterback, almost so the defense can't hear the communication between them. Now they're above the line of scrimmage. But normally, if you watch them, they are about 15 yards behind the line.
Well, I'm pretty sure Muschamp's probably trying to get every edge he can to probably find out what these calls are going to be.
Yeah.
But right now, it probably doesn't matter. The thing is, the Lions right now has been stopping them pretty good. It's not been the big plays thus far just yet by Lamar.
Wallace in motion. Austin tucks it. A lot of speed, a lot of green grass as well, and he gets down for the first down. Great job there by Wallace, by Austin.
Nice little play-action pass right there. You know, there was supposed to be a pass, and he just kept it. Actually, the middle of the field just opened up.
Yep.
You know, I thought Moses was sitting right there on the 30-yard line to open this thing up, man. And I tell you what, it was a big hole for him to run through.
For live scoring and highlights of GHSA football playoffs produced by Play On Sports, go to playonsports.com/GA football playoffs. You're exactly right. Very astute there, Mr. Buchanan. The C's parted. When you have that athleticism, you will get 10 yards. There's that little double handoff they scored on earlier, and that'll net another 8 yards. And, wow, Lawrence Austin did not think he was down as he kept running.
That's one of those wing T. I like that play. You know what? I actually run it when I'm coaching my Pop Warner football team. You know, running the wing T. You know, it's like a handoff one way, get everybody to flow, and then hand off again.
It's the old misdirection without the old misdirection.
Oh, yeah. Just in case I have any of my opponents' coaches out there, I can't actually call out what that play is.
Yeah, those 8-year-olds, they coach them up. And there's the handoff, and that's a good job of the Lovett defense. So a 2nd and 2 becomes a 3rd and 2.
There's one of those negative plays you were talking about. You know, that the Lions needed. And you know what? Guess who was there? Of course, Coletti.
And that was Fletcher. Fletcher taken down by Charlie Ingram, the junior, 6'1", 185. Like I said, 47.5 tackles on the season by Ingram. 7.5 minutes to go. This is a big 3rd and 2. Up by 6. Can they continue to melt the clock, make some plays, and extend that lead? Man in motion. Going over left tackle. Wow. Love it. All over that. Depends on the mark. It appears they will be about a foot short, setting up an interesting situation.
Got a flag on the play. I like the way Charlie Ingram came up. He shot up like a missile.
Yes, he did. So it sets up a 4th and 1. We'll have to see what the laundry will represent here. Referee Ralph Green.
Both coaches, you know, and you got Coach Muschamp all the way out on the 40-yard line, right on the numbers, trying to find out what this call is.
No sign as of yet. Is he pointing? He's pointing against the defense, and I think he's asking. Well, they're going to measure this thing first.
Well, they probably want to measure it first to find out what he actually might want to do if it's a first down.
Right. Do you keep the play? And they do call it a first down. Good defense, by Lovett. Give them credit.
Well, you know what? I thought that was a generous spot. You know, I really thought that that the Lions actually stopped them there because Ingram got back there and did a real good job of making a tackle.
And we're calling a personal foul against Lamar County. So they picked up the first down. Now they go 15 yards back. You know what, though? That's
high school rules.
Well, I'll tell you, it's not the end of the world if Lamar County, because now they just have more time to try and run the clock out. The winner will play Calhoun or Brooks County. Calhoun right now in the 3rd quarter with that 28-7 lead.
Well, you know, the thing is about it, Lance has been pretty accurate, even if he has to throw the ball. I mean, I believe he's like 4 for 4. And, he has not yet had an incomplete pass. And, they haven't thrown the ball yet, this half. And probably doesn't really need to because they've been doing so well on the ground. But, of course, the Lions been doing their job, stymieing this offense.
They have been doing well, but 7:04 to play. This is an offense that if they keep cranking that machine, 7:04 could whittle down in a hurry. Another touchdown, by the way, for Calhoun, so they are sitting comfortably as they try and advance to the semifinals. That could mean another coin flip to determine who is at home, as we do have a couple of 1 seeds here, and Calhoun a 1 seed as well. Austin keeps it himself once again. Good push all the way ahead for a first down. He picked up initially about 5 and another 6 after contact.
Yeah, Lance, continued to keep his legs moving, even after the first contact. But after that, you had linemen that was actually getting behind him, pushing him as well. So Lance to turn around and thank some of them linemen for pushing him for an extra 4 to 5 yards. But good job by Lance to keep his legs moving.
And again, that personal foul may be the best personal foul you can ever get. You already had the first down. It just moves you back 15. It's still a 1st and 10, and now they just have more room to work with and try and really end this game if they can. There's that big defensive play, though. Antoine Wallace, a 5-yard loss as Lovett. Now is the time, Ray, they're going to start selling out. They're going to really bring everybody.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know what kind of oranges that, that Mike Muschamp has given his kids, during the halftime, but he might have, sprinkled it with some gunpowder because these boys have been coming up hitting. They're coming out a totally different defensive unit. They're playing together. The crowd is getting involved.
But again, the clock keeps going. It's 5:50 to go, a 2nd and 16. This may be the drive. They have got to get a stop. They can't let these chains move again. And Austin, they block for him to try and go up the middle, and Lovett all over that thing, setting up a 3rd and 15. A huge play coming up here with 5.5 to go, and Lamar holding on to that 6-point lead.
That was led by Alex Port, number 44. Got his hat on it. He said he needs to get on that. Move over, Coletti.
He doesn't want to have it as his last game, Alex Port. These seniors, they don't want to go out here losing on their home field.
Yeah, this means everything. You lose, you go home, and having home field advantage is another thing that these guys might have. And you know what? Having a crowd behind you, a little bit more energy. This is what you want, when it comes to a playoff game.
3rd and 15, a huge play right here. Austin keeps it himself. He gets the left side, stays on his feet. No. Wow. He slips down at the 47.
So sure,
well, there's no replay.
Man.
So he's ruled down.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it looks like he kept pretty good balance there, putting his left hand down on the ground and keeping his balance. And, the crowd is displeased.
The Trojan crowd does not like that call. You cannot go for this, can you, Ray? 47, a 4th and 4.
Huge call by the ref. If he's called down, he's down, though. And, Justin, just like you said, man, going for it right here,
all indications are that they are.
You on your side?
No.
I don't know. That would have been a good call.
Coach Stevens sends in that punt unit, and Lovett quickly having to change.
I like it.
And they did not get all their players off the field.
No flag.
No flag, though. And that is caught, fumbled. And I believe Lovett did get it back at the 26. But who knows what happens under those piles. You know a thing or two about that.
Yeah, poke somebody's eyes out, pull it out. But Grant Haley, you know what, he got away with one there.
Wow.
That would have been huge. But I like the play call. Let me go back to what they did over there for Lamar. They rushed their defense, their punt unit out there as fast as they can. It looked like everybody ran 4-3.
And Lovett had a man on the field.
Yeah.
Now, if it's the NFL rules, that's a penalty.
And he was actually trying to get off. The guy from Lovett and looked like he just got to the finish line and actually stuck his neck out like if he was getting across the line.
Running the 100-meter dash. I believe that was Arthur Winborn coming up with the huge save to get that ball. Candler keeps it himself, fakes the handoff to Haley, but look at the Lamar County defense. It's almost as if these defenses are improving as the game goes along. Remember, it was 27-14 at the half. Only that Candler touchdown. That's been the only points here in the second half. 3:40 to go. Enough time for Lovett. Both teams with 3 timeouts, but they need 7 on this drive, one would think.
Sid Piercy got back there and caused a little havoc. Number 36 for Lamar, little small guy.
Mitchell Marino yet to have a catch. He's on this left side, single coverage. Doesn't go that way. The completed pass, though, right up there, you see Andrew Siegel, the senior.
Yeah, and Quay Searcy was actually sitting right there to make the tackle. But, it was a lot of space. Nice little out route, little roll out. It's kind of tough for a quarterback that's right-handed to roll out towards this left to actually make that throw. But nice throw right there to at least get themselves in within the, 4 yards for a first down.
3rd and 3. You have to think Candler's calling his own number, and he does. He will be short. 2:45 to go. 3 timeouts. This is a situation you just have to go for it, one would think. 4th and 1.
Yeah.
You do have the 3 timeouts. So in the NFL, with 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning, it's something to think about. Right here, you don't think about this. You pick up this 1 yard, and you continue this drive.
Candler was disappointed at himself. You can see he's, saying shucks and darn because he should have got the first down, just tripped up right there short.
In the shotgun now, 1 back set. Candler gives it off. Lamar County, they stop him short. Oh, baby, that was a great defensive surge, and I don't even think that's close. He maybe hit the 35 first down marker at the 36.
Not a good spot.
And look at Lamar County.
I tell you, Justin.
I don't even know why they're bringing in these chains.
Yeah.
If those chains are accurate, he is a full yard shy.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the chains from afar, and I have LASIK surgery, and I can see an ant carrying food off his back. And if somehow this chain just happened to stretch for the first down,
this is gonna be well short. They're just keeping the suspense going here. And that is well short. So 2:09 remaining. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. Lamar County, the 6-point lead. Again, the pressure back on Lovett's defense. They have to make a stop right here, or Lamar County will be going to the semifinals.
I like the guy who actually got the ball. Definitely, I like what Grant Haley, holding the ball right there. That's your go-to guy. I think that Lamar was pretty much prepared. They had everybody stuffed in the middle of the field. It was almost impossible to get a first down right there. The line did not move at all.
And the line's all in that box. Pretty much everybody is in that box except what looks like Tyler Shiflett. They are loading this thing. The handoff, Gotel, and he picks up 6 yards. So we hit the 2-minute mark right now, 2:01 to be exact. Coach Muschamp calls that first timeout. Energy for the Georgia High School Football Playoffs, brought to you by Georgia's Peanut Farmers. So an interesting situation. Lamar County needs a first down.
Yeah, I mean, on that first play right there, they set up in their wing tee, had a close box together, and, it was just a battle of will. Will your front offensive line beat my defensive front line? And, right there on that play to get a total of about 6 yards was a little bit too much, especially for the Lions. They needed, maybe like a 3-yard gain and then call a timeout. But now, they sitting clearly in the palm of Coach Franklin's team right now because they got the advantage, sitting at second down and about 4 yards to go.
So Lamar County, remember, again, they lost in 4 overtimes in the quarters last year against Appleton County, 35-33. They're looking to get that bad taste out of their mouth and advance here. And it's been a great game once again. They took that 13-0 lead after a quarter. They've been up ever since, down to the 29.
The last time that Lamar had an opportunity to get this long to make a play call, it actually turned into a touchdown.
Yeah.
So now they just need a first down. So as you can see right there, Lance is checking on the sideline to figure out what play he wants to get.
And you see the coach 10 yards behind the line, the flag.
Huge play. Delay a game. Got to be.
And
false start.
Same difference.
Oh,
That'll
man.
drive him back 5 and set up his 2nd and 9. No time obviously off the clock.
Coach Muschamp got to like that,
And you see Coach Stevens behind that line of scrimmage, I believe. They're trying to call the plays and not let Lovett sort of in on the conversations.
Yeah, well, just like you said last time, it backed them up. They actually got a penalty and was able to, spread the ball out just a little bit more and not be in that little tight set.
Yep. So a couple of receivers on each side. Austin keeps it himself, and the defense rotates over, and that's just a gain of a couple, and the second timeout used by Lovett with 1:54 to go.
Go ahead, Spencer Lee. Get you in on some of that love out there. Make a tackle.
Yeah. No, these linebackers, I mean, they're committing. They're basically telling Lance Austin, if you want to throw it this time, you've been successful early. If you want to throw it, we'll let you throw it now.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give that to you.
Yeah, they gotta put 8 to 9 guys in the box and let everybody else, play man-to-man on the outside. And, this is one of those times to where also you don't want to see, Coach Franklin Stevens actually sit back and throw the ball when you don't really need to.
Well,
run the ball as much as you can. Let the clock run.
And it sets up a very interesting scenario. I don't want to look too far ahead of ourselves here, but there's 1:54 to go. Lamar County with that 6-point lead. Remember last week, Tyler Scandrett with a 47-yard game-winning field goal. Look at the range we're at now. We're at the 34. That sets up a 51-yard field goal. If they get a couple of yards here, let's say 4, 5, 6 yards, do you go for it on a 4th and 2 or 4th and 3? Or do you try and ice that game with Scandrett, who missed an extra point earlier, as he did last week, but won it with that 47-yard field goal? And do you take the chance of icing the game with a long field goal? So this play will determine a lot right here. 3rd and 9. Under 2 minutes to go. Lovett only 1 timeout remaining. Austin under center. Keeps it himself. And oh boy, that Lovett defense, they came up big again. Nothing doing. They call the timeout with a $1:47 to the 35, and I think they're just too far out of this range. I think you punt the ball right now, Ray.
Yeah, or either run a play at the end of the day. A nice pooch punt would be good, maybe pooching it out of bounds. You want to try to get that ball inside the 10-yard line to sort of make this thing for Mike Muschamp and this offense to actually have to drive 80 to 90 yards. But, sitting where they're at right now, that's definitely makeable. It's only 1 minute and 47 seconds left on the clock. And, any field position will help for the Lions.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do. My guess is that they're going to punt it away and try and pin him in. Lovett with no timeouts, 1:47, doable but difficult. But it's a little out of, you would think, Scandrett's range. 51, 52 yards, too much of a downside if you miss right here. I think that's probably the third option. You punt or you go for this.
Well, you know what? I would go ahead and pooch punt it,
Yeah.
I know your punter hasn't kicked that much throughout this game, and he has an ice leg, but you need an ice leg right now. You don't need a hot leg to kick it through the end zone. But, let's see what they're going to do. They look like they're going to set up the run
They
play.
look like they're going for this.
Yeah.
So if they get this first down, the game's over. They need a full 9 yards, if not 10. Man in motion. Let's see if they snap the ball. Another man in motion. They do. They're throwing it. They have a man. He is open. And that could just about do it. Unbelievable. Lawrence Austin in the end zone with 1:40 to go. Wow.
Speed versus non-speed right there, Justin. I mean, every time you gave Coach Franklin enough time to sit on that sideline to draw up a play, it's been successful. And when he has done it, it's been a touchdown. And that was out of a play that he knew, out of running a wing T set, that he can actually have a guy mismatch on his guys that has speed. That was an awesome play call. Nice throw, though, also by Lance Austin.
That's the brother combination. I mean, we previewed them before the game. Those are the two guys that are going to make the difference for the Trojans. And boy, oh boy, did they do it right there. 1:40 to go. They'll go for 2, up 12. The smart move, 33 to 21. Austin under center. The pitch. The throw. Talk about pulling all the tricks out of the bag. Are you kidding me? Quay Searcy began the game on fire, and he may have just ended it on fire as well.
I like, Lance had an opportunity right there. How about a nice little pitch from brother to brother? Then he throws it to Searcy. They bringing out the tricks, and that was a great play call. That's something that they ran in practice over and over. It's not the first time we actually seen that probably throughout this whole season, but great play call. But you know what? Right there at that timeout, though, Justin, and then that long pass play.
Well coached. Well coached.
Was the nail in the coffin.
It's well coached because even if it falls incomplete and you don't get it, okay, you tried it. They start on the 35. I like everything that Coach Stevens has done there. That play, even give Lovett some credit. They defended that fairly well on the 2.
Man, yeah.
It was a great textbook play. Make sure you join the conversation about high school sports. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Play on Sports, #GHSA football. So there's still 1:40 to go. Lovett's got their work cut out for them, down 35-21. Stranger things have happened. They've just got to get this first touchdown and then worry about an onside kick and a second touchdown.
Yeah, well, it's not too much you can actually do at this point, but try to get down there as fast as you can. And now you're putting, of course, Willie Candler in the spots where he might have to, either complete a pass or throw an interception. You got to take some chances. And
the ball may have come loose. I believe, though, the Lions do get it. They'll start on about their own 30. So we're going to have to see a lot of throws right here.
Going back to that last drive, I want to, you got to take your hat off to Sonny Spurlock, who's the offensive coordinator over there for Coach Stevens, drawing up some great plays at the right moment throughout this whole game, believing in your quarterback to not only run the ball, but, throwing the ball. He's been about 6 for 6 today, and all of his passes have been right on the money. So now on the other side, let's see what Willie Candler can do if he can match it point for point.
They've got to move the chains here. They've got to get past the first down marker, and the receiver came back. The clock, well, they're going to stop it right now, but I don't know if he really got that first down.
Yeah, it looked like he, momentum carried him backwards. Looked like he got
okay,
the first,
they gave him the first.
Hit, yeah.
So 1:20 to go, down 14 Candler. Good pocket, clean, thrown over the middle. And that is complete. Conrad Kinsey with his second reception of the game. 6'3", 159-pound senior, keeping hope alive here.
Well, I'm looking at now, they're starting to switch it up now. I'm not sure if they're going to run a 2-deep defense or maybe run quarters, but now you got 2 safeties back there.
Right. You don't let them get behind you.
Yeah.
And there's the quick little pass out of bounds. And there's Kinsey once again. So a good job in about 30 seconds of time. Lovett has moved it down the field to the 33-yard line. They're going to have to take some cracks here. They're going to have to use the sideline and move those chains.
And on the defensive side of the ball, of course, I think that Coach Stevens got to get his guys to drop back just a little bit there. And I can see the defensive coordinator, James Abrams, yelling to these guys to make sure they get back
Keep it
on
in
the
front.
back end. Yeah.
Yep. Keep it in front. Don't let what happened for them at the end of the first half happen here. Candler, he's going to throw it up, and he's got a man. And that is incomplete. There was a lot of daylight right there. You see the receiver in Win Martin.
Yeah, he should have. That was right in his hands. What a throw, though, by Willie Candler. He puts that ball right in a hole where only him and the receiver had some type of communication going on.
But that's what you were saying. You can't have happen.
Yeah.
You've got to be behind that guy. And he was Win Martin, who's also the punter, who also does a little bit of everything.
Looked like it was a little pass interference there, too. A lot of contact right there at about the 20-yard line.
Single coverage down below. Candler, the little screen, sets it up, has a trio of blockers. You see Haley trying to make a play. He does get the first down, so that'll stop the clock momentarily at 43 seconds.
Man, the Trojans did a real good job of making them cut back inside. And, I can see on the opposite side the coach saying, get out of bounds. But they made them draw back inside to keep that clock running.
A lot of time running off, though, now. They just burned 10 seconds trying to get this play in. Candler rolls right. Plenty of time. He's going to take it himself. Got to get beyond the sticks. Cuts back to the right, and he does. So down to the 9, but only 25 seconds remaining.
No timeouts left.
No timeouts. They've got to get in the end zone on this play. They've got to just take cracks at the end zone. Clock is going. Down to 20 seconds right now. Candler in the shotgun. Running out of time. Throws the fade. And that is up. And that is a touchdown.
Nice throw.
So up to Win Martin.
Nice catch.
Gets in the end zone.
Well, that's one of them things where your defenders, you got your quarterback, Lance and Lawrence both out there playing defense, and they're a little bit winded. And right there, you saw Lance actually getting beat.
Well, that's high pressure on the defense. if the offense is moving the ball successfully, they should score in that situation. They have 4 downs to do it. It's just about a matter of the time.
Yeah.
So that's almost a win-win. Lovett gets their touchdown. Lamar County's okay with that with 12 seconds to go. Extra point's good. That makes it 35-28. But again, only 12 seconds to go.
Yeah.
So now you do the onside kick. Best case scenario, you get the ball with 8 seconds to go.
Yeah, I mean, that's all they can pretty much do. I mean, it's some wishful thinking to get the ball back and then throw a Hail Mary. But on that last play, I actually called out Lance, and I'm pretty sure Lance is like saying, no, it's Lawrence. I'm getting the brothers mixed up a little bit.
You know what?
He's like, I didn't give up the touchdown.
They've probably heard that all their lives, so that's all right. For live scoring and highlights of GHSA football playoffs produced by Play On Sports, make sure you go to playonsports.com/GA football playoffs. What a game it's been. Lamar County, they came out, flexed their muscles early on. Lovett had that momentum in the third quarter, but Lamar County made the one stop at that 5-yard line, forcing the field goal attempt. And it looks like if Lamar County can hold on, Calhoun right now with the 42-7 lead over Brooks County. And boy, I'll tell you, Calhoun is a beast. Whoever wins this game, whether it's Lamar County or Lovett, and it looks like right now the Trojans, they have their work cut out for them against the Calhoun team that's ready to run that table. So here we go. The onside kick. Brendan McGowan, you practice this all the time, I would think, or at least, for a couple of minutes at the end of a lot of practices. Timeout called, though, by Lamar County.
And what usually that you bring out, if you're Lamar right now, you're bringing out your hands team. You're bringing out your best athletes to come over there to try to field this ball. And you know what? This is not as easy as a lot of people think. Just onside the kick, and you're really hoping that your kicker actually hit the ball at the tip of the ball to where you can get a pretty good bounce up in the air to give your guys a chance to field the ball.
I'll tell you what's interesting, though. If you have 30 seconds, 40 seconds, you could do a straight onside kick and you're all right. With 12 seconds, though, I'm almost wondering if they have a deep onside kick where they're faking the onside kick and he tries to kick it into space and they run onto it to try and get yardage. There's a lot of space here.
Yeah,
we see number 7, Nick Harden. If you try and pop it up over here and get the bounce, you have less yards to go, and they keep it low. And it is covered, though, by Antoine Wallace. And the crowd for the visitors, they're starting to feel it. Lamar County, one more snap, and they're going to make good on that 4 overtime loss a season ago.
I didn't get that one too much. I'm still scratching my head. I saw number 34, Jay Harris, just sitting there looking at the ball.
Right.
Once that ball go about 10 yards, you got to be sitting there, knees bent and ready to strike at it.
That wasn't ideal. I really thought if they went chip shot, let that ball bounce, and you can recover it in the other territory. So 11 seconds to go, the victory formation, and give Lamar County a ton of credit for coming in here. They had that 13-0 lead at the end of a quarter. They held the 13-point lead at the break. Too much of Austin and Searcy and Wallace and Scandrett. And Lamar County, the 35-28 victory over Lovett. Ray Buchanan, final thoughts.
Man, I mean, this game totally, you got to take your hats off, definitely, to the head coach Franklin Stevens and having his guys ready to play. I mean, great offensive game plan. They stuck to who they were. Defensively made plays when they needed to. And you know what? Right there, the most important part about this whole game, during their timeouts, they used them very effectively.
Yes.
They turned those timeouts into touchdowns. And, of course, they send Mike Muschamp and these guys home for the rest of the year. Tough loss, here for the Lions.
So how much do you look back with 3 seconds to go in the first half? So Darius Gotel gets behind the defense, scores what turns out to be a huge touchdown to rebuild that 13-point lead. And in the end, Lamar County, the 35-28 victory over Lovett. Thanks to Ray Buchanan, former Falcon great, my broadcast partner, Maggie Rayner, doing a great job producing, running the show, Mark Rothberg as well, and the best cameraman in the business, that's Jay Williams. It's been fun, everybody. Next week, Lamar County takes on what appears to be Calhoun, and a coin flip will determine who will host that game. Whew. So the final score, Lamar County 35 and Lovett 28. This has been a production of Play On Sports and a presentation of the GHSA Network.